It's an issue that's plagued our community for years, our water running dry. But tonight, city leaders are discussing proposals for alternate water sources. Senior neighborhood news reporter Suzanne Stevens will join us live from City Hall with the questions and concerns from some in the community. And it's the moment everyone's been waiting for. The new and improved Bob Hall Pier is officially open. Neighborhood news reporter Drew Bishop joins us live with all the excitement. Your News at 5 starts now. Thank you for joining us. I'm Clara Benitez Cortez. We have a lot to get to tonight, but front and center is Corpus Christi City Council, and it's looking to be a long night. Today, city leaders will be discussing the cost of building an Inner Harbor desalination plant, a new brackish water treatment plant at the Owen Stevens Water Plant, and whether to delay construction of the city's Northside Aquatic Center until more water is available. Well, there are other water projects on the agenda tonight, including the brackish water treatment plant. The project would authorize a contract with FCC Aquila to build the brackish water treatment plant at the Owen Stevens Water Treatment Plant. Now, the $43.5 million facility would provide more than 21 million gallons of water a day. The brackish water treatment project has already passed one council vote. It still needs to pass a second vote today. If approved, it would authorize emergency construction contracts to build water pipelines, storage tanks, and pump stations to bring in water from the Western Well Field. Also on the agenda tonight, the Northside Aquatic Center. City Council had previously approved an $8.7 million contract by a unanimous vote. Today, City Council members are being asked to reconsider that vote. The Aquatic Center is required under a four-party mitigation agreement between the Federal Highway Administration, TxDOT, and the Corpus Christi Housing Authority and the city. It was put in place to offset the impact the New Harbor Bridge had on Northside parks and neighbors. Councilmember Eric Cantu and Carolyn Vaughn asked that the project be put back on today's agenda. They say they don't want the project canceled. They want it delayed because of the city's current water crisis. But because the project is tied to a federal mitigation agreement for the Harbor Bridge, contractors cannot be paid if the Northside Aquatic Center isn't built. Well, it's going to be a very busy night at City Council. You can stay up to date on everything by visiting our website, christv.com. Well, it's the moment we've all been waiting for, the return of Bob Hall Pier. It's been over 5 years since it was destroyed by Hurricane Hanna. And this morning, neighbors from all over came together to celebrate the grand opening. Neighborhood news reporter Drew Bishop has been covering the celebration all morning. He joins us live with the details. Hi, Drew. All right, we're going to return with Drew Bishop in just a moment. Now, Bob Hall Pier suffered a lot of damage from Hanna, and for that, we bring in meteorologist Stephanie Lover, who takes a deeper dive into that. Steph, how many days until hurricane season?
Well, hurricane season, we're closing in on that 90-day mark. We are under that 100-day mark till hurricane season 2026. But let's take it back to 2020 because we're talking about the rebuild of a pier because of Hurricane Hanna, which happened, made landfall toward the tail end of this window here. And that was all the way back in 2020. So this is a satellite image of this, an infrared satellite image. A couple of stats to get you caught up, jog the memory of this storm. It was the first hurricane of a very busy 2020 hurricane season, about 30 plus named storms. It made landfall on July 25th on Padre Island as a Category 1 hurricane with maximum sustained winds of 80 miles per hour and minimum central pressure of 973 millibars. So not a very potent storm. Category 1 usually isn't thought of as a destructive storm, but packing 6.24 feet of storm surge doesn't seem like a lot, but it was too much for Bob Hall Pier. In terms of rainfall, it brought about 6 to 12 inches of rainfall to South Texas, with the peak at Santa Rosa at 15.49 inches, so just under 15.5 inches of rainfall. It's a lot for a short period. There were no direct deaths, but 5 indirect deaths. A common question that I get from neighbors is, how come Harvey didn't take out Bob Hall Pier? but Hannah did. And it all matters with location, location, location. So Harvey made landfall about 25 miles north of Corpus Christi. Meanwhile, Hannah made landfall 70 miles south, so much farther to our south. But depending on your location in respect to where a storm is moving makes a huge difference. For example, you may have heard of the dirty side. That would be this front right quadrant, has the worst impacts of all. Then the front left is where you see significant rain. That back right is where you have significant flooding, and the back left is generally the weakest, but still quite dangerous. So Bob Hall Pier was in that dirty side, the worst of the worst that Hannah had to dish out, with the path taking it well to our south on Padre Island as a Category 1. Let's zoom in closer and look at what the old Bob Hall Pier looked like off on the island. While the pier itself was 17 feet above water, we had a storm surge of 6.24 feet, 14-foot waves on top of that. We had spray over 20-foot spray over the pier, I should say. And with 1 cubic yard of water weighing 1,700 pounds, that was like a wall of small cars battering Bob Hall Pier. So it makes sense that storm surge took its toll on Bob Hall, but with the new pier being ready to take on the next generation of hurricanes, we hope this one lasts a bit longer. I'll tell you what our forecast is looking like here locally coming up.
Stephanie, thank you so much. If you'd like to check out our full coverage of Bob Hall Pier, take your phone out and scan the QR code you see on the screen. It will take you to our YouTube page where you can watch the opening ceremony. A welfare check this morning turned into a standoff with Corpus Christi police. It happened around 8 this morning at these apartments on Indiana and Swantner Drive. Police were called after neighbors reported concern of a woman living there. Now, for nearly an hour, officers tried to get in touch, but no one answered the door. SWAT and drone units showed up because of the history of that location. Police were eventually able to get through and detained 4 people. One person was taken into custody on 3 active warrants. The woman at the center of the welfare check was taken to the hospital. Details are still limited at this time, but we'll be sure to keep you updated. Today marks 4 years since Russian forces at the direction of President Vladimir Putin invaded Ukraine. The earliest signs of the invasion came to light in the early morning hours of February 24th. Just about an hour later, Putin announced what he called a special military operation. The war is still ongoing, and as of early 2026, estimates place the number of injured and killed in Ukraine as high as 6,000 and 1.2 million for Russia. Well, the anniversary of the war triggers traumatic memories for one Coastal Bend resident. Elena Sexton was there to witness the war. She adds she still has family that lives in Ukraine. One of her experiences was seeing water freeze inside homes where many people were unsure about when heat and power would return. To get away from the war, her parents moved to Romania while she moved to Texas, where her husband is from. Now, she says making the move to the U.S. felt safe.
So the progress of Ukraine now is just to survive and fight for the territory and safety of the population of Ukraine.
Well, another concern is the recent work permit changes. She tells our crews that it costs to get one is around $1,200.
I feel like I go home with a single bag of groceries and I've spent $100 and I don't know how that happened.
The economy is set to be a major theme in President Trump's State of the Union tonight. Just ahead, how some feel about the economy right now.
We will quickly build the greatest economy in the history of the world.
President Trump re-entered the White House with lofty goals for America's economy. But 13 months into his second term, he's delivered mixed results.
If I had to summarize the economy in one word, it would be uncertainty.
Inflation has eased, but Americans are still paying more for most goods than they were a year ago, especially for many grocery items directly impacted by the president's tariffs.
It's hard. I feel like I go home with a single bag of groceries and I've spent $100 and I don't know how that happened.
One thing that's gotten cheaper, the price of a gallon of gas, which is near its lowest point in years. Tariffs have been the president's signature economic tool. They've helped generate over $200 billion for the U.S., but have also contributed to supply chain uncertainty and inflation. Nearly 90% of tariffs' economic burden fell on U.S. businesses and consumers, according to a recent analysis by the Federal Reserve Bank of New York.
There's no question that higher goods prices that are driving inflation right now are a direct result of tariffs. The big question yet to be answered is whether we've seen the bulk of that impact and whether we'll see less of that in the current year.
The answer to that now unclear after the Supreme Court struck down many of the president's sweeping tariffs last week. And on the jobs front, the labor market has softened. The U.S. economy added just 181,000 jobs all of last year, far below the 1.5 million the U.S. has averaged annually over the past 10 years. The most recent government data suggested improvements in hiring to begin in 2026.
If we take a look at the data kind of overall, suggests that we're really looking at a kind of weakening or lackluster labor market.
The stock market's performance over the past year may be the economic indicator President Trump has claimed most proudly.
We have the highest stock market in the history of our country by far, every single market.
The S&P 500, Dow, and NASDAQ are each up more than 10% since Trump returned to the White House, and each have hit new record highs over the past year. Maura Barrett, Scripps News Group, Denver.
Well, you can watch the President's State of the Union address right here on Chris Siggs. Coverage begins at 8 o'clock. Well, VA disability ratings have been at the center of a national debate. Our Chris Siggs Sunrise anchor, Michelle Hoffman, told us last week the VA made a change to rules that would have factored in how much a condition improves with medication when assigning disability ratings. Now, after backlash, VA Secretary Doug Collins announced enforcement would be halted and not implemented in the future. But advocates, including local nonprofit Burn Pits 360, says the rule still exists on paper and are calling for it to be formally withdrawn. Veterans are urging others to weigh in through public comment before an April deadline. Well, here's a live look now from our Chris Siggs Skycam. Don't go anywhere. Chief Meteorologist Stephanie Lauber joins us with a full look at your forecast.
Hey there, happy Tuesday to you. It is second Monday for some of us, but with a beautiful view like this, considering the winter that is happening in other parts of the U.S., I think we have a lot to be grateful for today. If nothing else, we've got another way to enjoy living in coastal Texas with the reopening of Bob Hall Pier, something to be excited about. Another new feature around the coastal bend, the bridge. It's looking pretty good, but from this view, you might get a little seasick. This is our camera atop the USS Lexington, our first community bank camera, where we're seeing the shaky. We like to call it the shaky camera. Look at those winds, south-southeast at 26 miles per hour in North Beach, but much warmer, 72 degrees right now. So the winds definitely picked up today. If you were out early at Bob Hall or along the coast, those still winds probably fooled you. But man, did they pick up as we went through the mid to late morning hours. And you know what? The southerly flow did a lot to help us see a decent jump in our temperatures. We were even cooler this morning, 42 degrees. Part of that having to do with those still winds, allowing the warmth from yesterday to radiate back up to the atmosphere. We call that radiational cooling. But boy, when they kicked in, they helped us get to 75 for the afternoon high. So that's about par for this time of the year, but we are going to see even warmer temperatures. Look at the record high temperature for today that we last hit in 2007, 90 degrees. We're going to challenge the record for Thursday for sure when we're in the lower 90s. Yes, more than 90 for an actual temperature in just a few days. Something I wish I could tell you about is more rain to help with our deficit for the year. We know February is a drier month for us, and that's taken into consideration with this expectation. 2.22 behind on the rainfall for this year. We only had 1 day of recorded rainfall in Corpus Christi at the airport during February. So taking a look outside, no sign of rain here at all. It is a beautiful afternoon. Maybe team windows down for some of the folks heading home this afternoon. Lots of sunshine to help out either way. And temperatures still holding strong in the 70s for a lot of neighborhoods. Beeville just shy of 80 degrees at 79. 73 in Kingsville though, so a bit cooler. 78 in Hebbronville. And these southerly winds are going to be a big component heading into the next couple of days, helping us take leaps and bounds into the temperature situation each of the next few afternoons. We'll have abundant sunshine from time to time, a little help from a passing cloud here and there, but again, the wind and the temperature are going to be big focal points along with the humidity. So we were talking about fire danger yesterday. Because the winds were strong today, that bumped things back up to a level 3 out of 5, a high fire danger. But as our wind gusts start to work their way down heading into Wednesday, that is going to be a help for us. It's going to help kind of lessen our fire danger And as humidity is on the rise because of south-southeast winds catching that fetch off the Gulf, that also combines to take things back down to a level 2 out of 5, a moderate for your Wednesday. So some positivity in the forecast. But how about that warm up? We aren't going to be quite as chilly heading into the overnight period. Here's what to expect for tonight. Again, a cloudless sky. If you find one out there, you'll be lucky. But clear skies allow us to cool down more easily. However, there's a little more humidity out there. That slows the process heading into the overnight. So around 3 in the morning, we'll still be holding on to low to middle 60s, warmer along the coast. And then as we move into that morning commute, notice we don't make it very far through that decline, bottoming out around 60 degrees. Feels a lot better to start the morning off. So aside from that, humidity is on the rise through Thursday, and look at this change. Yesterday I was showing you a dip in the muggy meter heading into Thursday. It looks like we may keep a bit more humidity. This is going to depend on whether a dry line makes it close to us, along with a cold front that we've been tracking. So if that front doesn't quite make a clean sweep and bring enough of that dry air, it's not a very strong cold front, then we may not see as much of a drop in the humidity. Either way, we never expected it to last for very long anyways. Warm and humid is the name of the game as we head on toward the tail end of the week and the upcoming weekend. So as I mentioned, tomorrow morning we're going to be near 60 degrees. Look at how quickly things take off. Heading on into the morning time frame, 60s become 70s, become 80s as we move into the lunch hour or just before. In the afternoon, although I'm waiting for Corpus Christi to hit the 90s on Thursday, look at how many inland neighborhoods will already easily be there Wednesday afternoon. 3:30, we're looking at a 95 and freer, 93 for places like Orange Grove, Alice, Kingsville, Falfurrias. And on the coast, we won't be anywhere near that, but it just gets you ready for the warmer weather, this extra February-like weather. This is not what we usually see for this time of the year, and while we may enjoy it, it is going to be sticking around for the next couple of days. Now, by Wednesday night, we are bringing it down to the lower 70s for most neighborhoods, still a bit warmer for the inland neighborhoods. It's a long trail down from those 90s, but Thursday, the warmest day of the week for all neighborhoods here across the coastal bend. So being in the 90s in February, that's something we usually do, at least here in Corpus Christi, during the summer time frame. It is not usually what we do in February. However, we have gotten close before. The record we're trying to beat here is 89 degrees on Thursday. We last set that in 2024. I think we're going to beat that easily. I think we'll get to 93 degrees, and for an average high temperature of 74, that's a considerable summer-like day here for February. So we're going to track the latest for you. I wish I had a chance of rain in this 7-day forecast, but for now we'll just be measuring levels of sunniness over the next couple of days and those warm temperatures through the end of the week.
Steph, thank you so much. And organizers have officially released the details for this year's Cesar Chavez March, and it marks a milestone. This year's theme is Si Se Puede, celebrating the legacy of labor leader Cesar Chavez and the continued fight for farm worker rights. Organizers say this year will be especially meaningful as they'll also recognize civil rights leader Dolores Huerta, who co-founded the United Farm Workers and has spent her life advocating for working families. Nancy Vera with the organizing committee says events like this are about educating the next generation.
We need to teach our youngsters about civil rights. We need to teach them about the struggles of our farm workers, especially. We need to teach them that our food comes from the fields and that people work hard to try and get that food on the table. It's about our families.
The 25th annual Cesar Chavez March will be held Saturday, March 28th at noon over at Water's Edge Park. Everyone is invited. A special treat for all you donut lovers. We've got the details just ahead.
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
You've heard of pardoned turkeys, but what about crawfish? That's a pretty big crawfish. Today was the 10th annual pardoning of the crawfish. The annual tradition is held on Tuesday following Mardi Gras. Started in 2017 by Lieutenant Governor Billy Nunsker. Now this unique event celebrates crawfish season in Louisiana and across the Gulf South. And from crawfish to sweets, you'll want to hear this next story. Krispy Kreme has teamed up with Oreo to create 2 new Milk-Worth flavors. Starting today, you can buy the Krispy Kreme and Oreo cookie collection. For a limited time, the donut chain will offer the new Golden Oreo donut and Chocolate Oreo Dream Donut. Krispy Kreme says its everyday menu favorite Oreo cookies and cream donut will also be included in the bundle. Ooh, that looks so good, but we don't have a Krispy Kreme here.
No, I will tell you, I think that's my husband's kryptonite, all in one thing. He loves Oreos, he loves Krispy Kreme. When we lived in Jacksonville, Florida.
Did they have one there?
It was in front of our gym.
Oh.
And the hot sign would be on at peak gym hours.
Oh,
It
so
was
you had to
cruel.
go get that
It was
free donut.
cruel, but it was effective marketing. The marketing was marketing.
Yeah.
But, speaking of Florida, they are also dealing with fire danger with very dry air in place. For us here, we're going to see some improvements. Very high fire danger today turns into moderate. So we're taking it from a 3 to a 2 on the scale. And a big part of today's risk was what you're seeing right here, the shaky that we're getting from the First Community Bank camera atop the USS Lexington. So we're still clocking south-southeast winds around 26 miles per hour, but it's a comfortable 72 degrees. I wore a sweater for most of today, but the afternoon was enough for me to kind of leave it behind. Here's a look at SPID as folks still try to find their way home. And if you like today's warmth, I've got some good news. We're going to be even warmer tomorrow, morning and afternoon.
Oh my goodness. I saw you had those 90s already.
Already, it's time.
Everybody, thank you so much for watching Chris 6 News. We'll see you here at 6 o'clock.